Right, welcome back for a quick video of testing the Beeline Velo 2. I did an unboxing earlier and today I'm going to go and take it for a quick bike ride, just check it out. So, first things first, here's the item, the packaging it came in. We can turn it on by simply pressing the button down there, so that's good. It comes on. I've done a couple test rides already with this, just kind of loosely attached, but this is going to go for a walkthrough of what it's like to use. So when you get the item, you have to download the B-Link application, which is just here. So if you press on that, this comes up, which is all very good. Now what you need to do is go into, once you've paired, which I did go through in the last video, we can go into settings. You can connect Strava. Now, I've already got Strava on this phone, so it really is a very simple process of just pressing connect. It comes up, connect to Strava. Connect with Strava, so do that. I have to authorize it in the Strava app. There, this allows get started, and it's now done. So if I go back to ride, you can see first thing it's done, it's got all my Strava routes here. So these are all the routes which we use in our club runs. Now I have noticed one thing. So here's the rides. If I choose a standard ride, which is about 50 kilometers, I do get an error. Too many waypoints down the bottom. So I can't actually sync this with the item. Now this is something I'm going to pick up with B-Link and Beeline, sorry. I've already sent them an email. I haven't had a response yet, but I did get a generic response back saying, obviously, because the item has just come out, I presume they're receiving lots of the kind of classic, how do I connect it, how do I do this, how do I do that? So hopefully they'll get round to looking at it. Another thing I noticed about the item is that it doesn't have a free ride option, although looking in the comments it does appear that's going to come with a future firmware update, so hopefully they can fix the waypoints as well. As I don't we have lots of small lanes, and so when you get lots of small lanes, of course it creates a waypoint in Strava, and hence why we have so many. So if I do a smaller loop, it's around 12k, so that's my Pete's loop here. This one works fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a bike ride now. It's 13.6 kilometers with 55 meters of elevation, 16 stops. I think I did a quick test and I think it was around 24, 25 waypoints in that kind of area. Okay, you press go on here and you can see the route starts just very slightly down the road. So I'm going to leave that and I'm going to follow this. It's got a little dot point now, but in a minute it does change to a road. I'll take some pictures on the bike. I've fashioned it onto my out front stem on the Garmin mount, so I'll take some video to show what it looks like on the bike and legibility. I'll do the ride, we'll come back, we'll upload it, and we'll just see how all that works. Okay, as a normal, if there's any questions, put them in the bottom, and hopefully yeah, I can help you answer them. Okay, see you in a while. Right, now we're out. I just wanted to done a few miles and I just wanted to show what the screen looks like. It's a slightly overcast day here today in the UK. The sun was out for a brief instant, and when the sun comes out it is hard to read the display, but in general cloud, and apart from the reflections you get, as you can see when the sun, when the light hits it, generally you can get a view of it and it's pretty good. It's kept me on course. It did try and divert me down a lane once from the Strava route, which I ignored, but so you could end up finding yourself on a quieter road, even if it is, in this instance, for about 150 metres. It was effectively a lay-by type road. But other than that, it's done a sterling job. Hopefully it will upload to Strava when we get back, and we'll continue then. Okay, here I am back from the ride. tracking went really well. It did try and divert me down a couple side roads, like residential where the houses are, which I ignored because they're generally only about 150 meters long, and then you're back onto the main road. And I think pulling off the main road's fine. Pulling back onto a main road, not so interested in that. It would slow you down. But other than that, you could follow it because it had a little bit of the map on, so that was fine. So now I've finished, and I think there we go. It comes up and it's finished. It tells you the ETA, miles gone, how long it took me, 29 minutes. That's just the. So then you press end. Do you want to end the ride? Yes. Okay, so now, do I get any more metrics on there? 14.1 kilometers, because I had to get to the start and then obviously ride back home. 29 minutes, average speed 29.1 kilometers an hour. Now, what happens if I press the button there? Does it just go, there we go, back to ride. I wonder if you can reset this. That's obviously the total amount of kilometers I've ridden now using the device. So I'm just going to have a quick look in here and we'll sync it to Strava. So if I go to the Beeline application up here. Okay, it's finished. 29, yep, same data as what was on there. Don't know why it says duration there, 47.57. Did I set it going? Yeah, I did. Obviously, before I walked to the bike and got my gear on and got ready to go. Okay. That'll be interesting. Let's see if it only shows, because I'm sure I've got pause on. I'm going to sync this. I'm going to have a quick look in Strava to see how long Strava thinks it took me. The ride obviously on there said 29 minutes, didn't it? So and it has given me my average speed, so it knows the moving speed. So let's view on Strava. I'm interested to see how long it says it took on Strava. Yeah, it's obviously calculated. I think it must have one of those where it adds 20 seconds or 30 seconds on, because obviously I set it in here, I walked out. It would have detected me moving, I suppose, of course. So yeah, okay, I'm going to try setting it on the thing. That's a little bit longer than that did say. I'm sure that said 29 minutes. I'll have to look back at the video myself now. Okay, no problem. But apart from that, it's tracked the ride, looks okay. Yeah, got the kilometers right. Average speed there, that's much lower than 29 kilometers, and on there it's interesting that it's got that. That is quite interesting. Okay, no worries. So that's that done. So on first impressions, pretty good. Like I say, a couple problems. Won't take more waypoints and doesn't have just a free mode where you can just say track my ride now and just let it just start tracking your ride. Hopefully we'll both come with a firmware update. If there's anything else you'd like me to test, the other thing is I'm going to write an email just to find out what kind of lock this is. Is it compatible with anything? Quite like the out front mount on the Garmin. It'd be nice if this would slot in there, but it's got a different type of fitting. Maybe this fits like a quad lock or something, and they might produce one, and then that would be quite nice. I'd quite like that. As always, if there's any questions or anything else you'd like me to test, just put your comments in below, and I'll do my best to give it a go. So that is the Beeline Velo 2 first ride.